Remember, sankalpa parimitam drishyam. We as a country deserve much more. We have done a great deal as a country. We are not a failed country, contrary to popular perceptions. But we could do a lot more. Yes, of course, there's corruption. I do not want to talk much about that. But believe me, we can end corruption. A lot of corruption has actually disappeared in many sectors. 20 years ago, if you wanted a telephone, there's not one person who would get a telephone without a bribe. Today, there's not one person here who does not have a telephone. Has any of you bribed anybody for a telephone? Corruption has come down because there was competition, there's choice, there's technology. I can go on citing many other instances. Corruption is huge. All my life, my fight is against corruption in this country. But we should not despair that corruption can be ended. There are ways of ending it. That should not be a reason why we undermine our economy. We must end corruption, and yet we must promote growth. Stagnation is not the way to end corruption. Fear is not the way to end corruption. Decay is not the way to end corruption. Undermining of potential is not the way to end corruption. One cannot be at the cost of the other. And that's what I wanted to convey to you. As a concerned citizen, as a person who truly believes that this country has a glorious future, and we together can make it happen, not in the next 50 years, but in the next 10 years. But if we don't act now, that window is beginning to close. And if we care for the country and our children, we should have cold sweat in the nights. We should wake up in the middle of the night, worry about what's happening, and see what's our role in making change possible. But let me conclude. As I said before, we live in the best of all possible worlds. We live in a fantastic age, despite all the difficulties we perceive. We live in an age when so much is possible. When we have enough technology and enough resources to fulfill all human potential and to end all avoidable human suffering. The two greatest dreams of mankind which were never fulfilled until now. But today, for the first time in this century, we and our children have that fantastic opportunity. We can end all avoidable suffering for the first time. We can fulfill all human potential for the first time. It never happened before. It's already beginning to happen in a big way, but a lot more needs to happen. And you as bankers are in the forefront of this challenge of fulfilling human potential and ending human suffering. Seize the opportunity. Don't make it just another job. Don't make it a dull and dreary thing. Make it an exciting adventure. Make it an opportunity to transform lives, to build a nation, to end poverty, to create wealth, to enhance incomes. You have done a great deal. You can do a lot more. Do not rest on your laurels. Dream big, achieve big, and have the satisfaction of being able to tell your children 10, 15 years later that we were partners in transforming this nation in a fundamental way. I'm sure you'll achieve that. I congratulate you on this wonderful occasion, and I hope we as a nation will achieve a lot more. And you as bankers, and particularly as premier bankers of this country, in India's foremost banking institution, will have a central role to play in transforming this nation. I wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jayaprakash.